everybody, and welcome to Book Crew. We are on KCCC 9:30 a.m. in Carlsbad, New Mexico on Mondays at noon. And we're also available on YouTube and Rumble under the Task Force Geek banner. And by the time you hear this, we'll be on every major podcast aggregator out there. I am author and editor Beth A. Freely. Flying solo for today's episode as our resident writer and marketing Jedi Dirk Hooper is slaving away, getting his novel Dominatrix Squad finalized for publication. And in case you haven't heard, and hopefully this will air in enough time, Dirk has been nominated for a Lifestyle Magazine award. So we want you to go ahead and get your votes in there if there's still enough time. I'm not sure exactly when this voting process is supposed to end, but we want to go ahead and get Dirk as many votes as we possibly can. You can vote once a day. And for those of you who can't see the video, the address is https://www.lifestyleMagazineAwards.com. So that's asnlifestylemagazine.com/vote-4-13-2025. Get out there and give Dirk a vote, because he's worked really hard for this. And man, anytime you get nominated for something like this, you want to share the love, right? And I know Dirk's worked hard in both writing for different publications and, his own novels. Haven't we all? We all write hard. We all just, we kick butt trying to get this stuff done. So yeah, send him some love, share some love. Let's get him a vote. Also, for those of you who have not joined yet, come join the Book Crew podcast. We have a Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Book Crew podcast. You'll find Dirk and I there talking about writing, checking out what everybody else is doing. We encourage the authors that we interview here on Book Crew to post their stuff. Post your new books. Tell us what you're writing about. Drum up some enthusiasm for your stuff. I mean, that's what we're here for. We're here to support you, as well as to give you some advice and guidance in the writing and publishing world. So yeah, come on out. Come hang out with us. Come check us out on Facebook. For those of you who have been following along with my own writing career, I released the cover for Love of a Samurai yesterday to the world. There is now a pre-order up. So I will go ahead and get that pre-order link for you guys. But if you just go on to, what is the name of that? Let's see if I can find it for you real quick, because I didn't even think of it. Usually I don't do pre-orders, so this is something new. Let's see. For Love of a Samurai pre-order, you can go to Books to Read. And if you just go to Books to Read, you can find the pre-order for Love of a Samurai there. The pre-order is available on places like Kobo and Smashwords. Because I publish wide, it's not available on Amazon yet. So you guys are going to have to wait for that one. But would love it if you go ahead and pre-order the book. That way you get it, hopefully June 1st. That's the planned release date. And I want to thank Dirk Hooper for the fantastic cover that he did for me. And a good friend of ours, Steve Shank, is going to be drawing the map that's inside the book. So I'm excited to have these guys helping me out with this wonderful novel. And hi, Peanut Butter. Yeah, if you guys are watching, Peanut Butter just popped into view for a moment, as you can see. Crazy kitty. She's always in the middle of stuff. Anyway, we have author Fallon Raynes with us today. Fallon Raynes is a paper pusher by day, writer by night. Writing has been in her blood for as long as she can remember. And she writes short stories and poems that kept her mind at ease earlier on. And now she's writing some great novels. She loves to watch TV on ID Lifetime and the Hallmark channel. She loves to read, and she loves to be outdoors. Fallon Raynes, welcome to Book Crew. How are you today?
Good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Hey, we're excited to have you on the show. It's best way to get some information out, tell people what you're doing, get some love going on.
That would be wonderful. I enjoy
Oh, always.
interacting
Oh,
with readers and everybody.
oh, good, good. So how long have you actually been writing?
A lot of years, but nothing published until the last, I think it was 2019 when I got it published. Dangerous
Okay.
Sledges right here. Yeah, that one took a while to write. I've got another one that I'm working on called The Applicant that has taken a lot of turns on me. And
Don't they all? I mean, it's
yes,
we can outline them till we're blue in the face, but that that just doesn't always work.
the characters tell you that's not right. So we're going in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
Dangerous Ledges was something that came and got the first draft run, and my editor helped me with a few things, and I worked through that and got her all prettied up and put out in 2019. So that
Okay,
was
so
that.
what's the story about? Give us a little taste.
The my main lady, she catches her husband in something that he shouldn't be doing, and she divorces him, leaves him. They had some things. They have 2 kids that are in college now, and she waits until they're off to college before she takes care of things. And he didn't care for that much, and goes off the deep end a little and kidnaps her. And then the story kind of takes off from there. So he was on some medication that made him a little crazy, and that didn't help things, but he'd had some issues before that. But it's definitely not a romance. There's no romance in this story for
Oh
any
no, this
romance
does not
readers.
sound like a romance at all. Yeah.
Yeah. And I've had a few romance readers disappointed with it. It's like, well, it's not romance, so I can't give you that. At least not yet. I will write that later, but this was a fun write. It was a lot of exes that had come in and out of my life. I had that cheated, and it was a good way to kind of write them all into a story. And I can't go into details, but
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah.
You found it cathartic to be able to do that.
It was very, yes.
Yeah. I was going to ask you where you
Yes, it
found
was a
your
good release,
inspiration,
so
but apparently you found it
enjoyed
with some exes. So,
Yes.
so how has your writing journey
There's a little
evolved over
more in the back.
time? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say there's a little in the back about a little bit more about the process of the story.
Okay, cool.
And I will do that with each story. You'll get a little bit from me more on how it came about and things with it. So
that's actually a really nice addition. It gives the readers an insight as to, what you're thinking and how, how things came about, where you got your inspiration from and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What was your question again?
So I noticed on your bio, it said you started out writing poetry and stuff. How has your writing journey evolved since you first put pen to paper?
I loved all the English classes where we had free creative writing and that sort of thing, in college and that. And it was fun to put stories together. The outlining, I'm not much of an outliner. That always befuddled me because my professors, they would always say, well, outline this. Even if it's a research paper, you're supposed to show your work. And it's like, I don't know where this is going. I don't know how this is going to play out. It's just, it takes me where it takes me when I start writing. So I can try and plot something, but that doesn't always mean that it's going to get there. But it was a lot when I was in school. I did a lot more then. I wrote poetry just for me. Some of it was classwork. A few poems here and there, a couple short stories here and there. I kind of stopped when you have life intervene. You get, you grow up, you get married, have kids, yada, yada. It just kind of put a stop to a lot of the time for that. So then your daughter goes off to college, you start getting some of those juices flowing back, and then just it felt natural to get back into putting words back into a sheet of paper or on the computer nowadays. So it's very, very nice. I'm glad to be back at it. I've had a few years, the last couple of years that have been hectic with work. I do, well, accounting. So that's why you see this get up today because I need to keep, my clients.
Oh, for sure. And, yeah.
So that is been a lot the last couple of years, and new journey now, and everything's starting to get back to normal. So, paperwork, taxes are done, taxes are filed, we can start writing again. So
we can start writing again. The first 4 months of every year is the bane of writers' existence, because that's what we want to be doing. We don't want to be doing the rest of us.
No.
The rest of that stuff. So tell us about The Applicant.
The Applicant is about a gal who's an accountant. She's trying to work her way up.
Hey, write what you know.
Exactly.
Write what you know.
Yep. Exactly. And she's a younger girl. She's looking for a new job. The Applicant, of course. She will be on quite the journey coming up. And the whole part of it is the applicant. She's afraid she's going to be an applicant for the rest of her life. She wants to move up in this company she's working at, but they just keep passing her over for a job. And this story, because when I was switching jobs about close to 20 years ago, everything had changed. So you went from newspapers, and I know I'm dating myself, but you went from newspapers and seeing things, in store windows or whatever. You hear things from people, word of mouth, about job openings and that sort of thing, to online. So that story started a long time ago, and it's taken many different versions to this point, but I think we've got it pretty well close. I've just got to put some final edits and mesh some things together. I just haven't had the mental energy to do that. But we have this new version of looking online for a job. And what does that look like for people, going into, is this real? Is this a faux job, kind of thing? So that's where that story kind of was born from. So I'm really excited to get back to finish that.
And when are you expecting to have that one released by?
I'm not going to put a date on it, because the last time I did, it fell through because
I know this feeling. Life.
Yes. It's going to be a lot sooner than I anticipated before, but I'm not going to put a date on it yet. But as soon as I have everything finalized and my editors got the editing done, then I will start with.
All right. So we're going to roll with coming soon.
Yes, for sure.
Now,
I have so many things that I want to do for this release. And as an indie author, and as other indie authors, as soon as you get the book done, you just want to get it out there. So I'm taking my slow path this time, and I'm going to do a better job of all the marketing and everything. So I'm putting.
Hey, I took the first step last week or so and hired a PA for myself who's currently now marketing Love of a Samurai for me. And
wonderful.
I actually put up a pre-order. So that's 2 steps in the right direction to slowing down that release thing. So I
congratulations. Yes.
Yeah, I do get it. So now you have a book coming in the Global Beasts series as well, don't you?
Yes, I do. That was the prelude to, jumping into romance. It might be a little darker than, but if you look at Beauty and the Beast and how it was kind of a dark setting. So I want mine to feel like that too. So the Global Beast is going to be a fun avenue into the romance world, I think, for me. And it'll be a different pen name, but.
Which country are you tackling for Global Beasts?
I believe I got Italy.
Okay.
So I think mine's going to be the Grey Wolf. Not sure where this is going to go yet. I have some ideas written down and I'm itching to get to it, but I know I got to get the applicant done first. But at least mine's not going to release till next year.
Yeah, unlike mine, who I decided, oh yeah, let's do it September.
Oh
yes. Yeah, I'm that crazy one. So yours comes out sometime next year. Awesome.
Sometime next year. I can't remember which month I chose for it, but yeah,
okay.
As soon as I get the applicant done, I'll be starting that story to get that going. So
that'll be fun. This is this is turning out to be a really interesting series that we've got going on with that. So.
I think it's seeing everybody's creativity on it. I'm excited to read them all myself, just as a reader. So
same here. Yeah, same here. Now, you mentioned having a new project up in KU that's never been there before.
That was actually Dangerous Ledges.
Okay.
It's now in KU, which it never was. I also have Dangerous Beginnings, which was a short story I had created for Ignitify magazine, which I've got.
Oh, nice.
That cover here.
Okay.
See it? That came out a while ago, but I had that short story in it. That's the cover.
Very nice.
Yeah. And then you can get that in KU or pay, it's Amazon only. So obviously if you're KU, it's Amazon only. So I have that little short to go with Dangerous Ledges. It's the little short. I have that too, Temptress, and that was
tell us about Temptress, because I know this one is maybe a romance, possibly.
It's got some fun little flirting in it. So it's not romance, but it's flirting, more of a little thriller. It's a fun little thriller I wrote for Make Them Pay anthology, and I had fun making the story. Red in this book is fun and flirty, and she just kind of pops in with her red outfits, and that's what her nickname is Red, and that's what she goes by because she likes to wear red. I
like it. Alrighty,
so she's in with this. Yeah, she's in with these two guys. They basically, Red and I think it's Grady, it's been a while since I wrote the story, are the show, if you will. So they put on the show, and the other friend, Kent, I think it is, he goes back and pilfers some safes in the back rooms at these bars. So they're
I like the word bandits. Pilfers.
Yeah. So they're a team of bandits, and they're on a little journey in Midland, Michigan, and they're pilfering all the little bars in town. And we have Detective Reyes is my my detective on the job, trying to catch them before they get out of pocket. But
nice. I like that.
That was fun.
Okay, so what's coming up next for you? What is the next project after The Applicant and after The Global Beasts?
I want to do another romance. I've got one playing around. It's going to be probably a darker thriller-ish romance.
Nice.
And then I have another thriller that is kind of in the same world as The Applicant, Dangerous Ledges. Dangerous Ledges has the same detective in it, detectives on the case in The Applicant. So Detective Sergeant Hannah and Detective Reyes will be back in The Applicant, trying to figure out the plot problem that's coming. And the detectives will be back in. I have another job. I haven't quite finished, or another book title that I haven't quite labeled out yet for that, but it's going to be kind of in the World Series where they'll be back again to solve another crime along the lines of The Applicant. So I have that. I had go ahead.
I was going to ask, when you started Dangerous Ledges and The Applicant, did you plan on it being like this, threaded world, where you have the same detectives throughout the books?
No.
Or did that just come naturally as you were writing?
that just happened. And I don't know where, because it's been a while since I started. Well, the applicant started first, but I had character names that changed and everything. So I think about the time that I got Dangerous Pledges about finished, I started having ideas for the applicant again, and in incorporating the detective names into that story. Right. I don't know why. It's just kind of because it's the same setting. Dangerous Pledges takes place in Midland, Michigan, and another town that I'm not going to reveal because it's part of the story. But and I think that's why, because I like Midland, Michigan for some reason. I don't know why. The scenery and the places, they're kind of unique. So I placed the applicant there after I had finished Dangerous Pledges, because I kind of, like I said, that story has taken so many turns. But yeah, and then I had this plot for this other one come through, and it's like, oh, I'm just going to keep using my characters. I've already got them. They're already created.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So the next couple that come follow the applicant for that line, we'll have them too. So, and then I have a fun character that pops up into the applicant, that will pop up into the next one, that will pop up into the next one. And then that character will have a book. So, but that character is just going to keep, there's a secondary crime going on that will continue through the stories.
Very nice. Very nice. Yep. I like that.
Yeah.
So that's another way to, it's another way you're threading the books together.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't you love it when something like that happens? You start working on one book and it just kind of explodes on you that way.
It definitely does. I had Double Dutch, which was a short story that was in the Books of Horror book boxes. It's a group on Facebook. They were doing book boxes, and this story came up, and I just had to finish it. But it's a very short little paranormal book, and that was a lot of fun to write. And it's just a short story, but there's a lot more that's going to come later, and I'll put that into a novel. But I don't know. That one's not bugging for me to be written yet, so later on that'll be pulled into a novel.
So do you find that you prefer writing in this particular niche as compared to others?
I've got that thriller mindset, that, the darker mindset. And I don't know if it comes from being a mother and worrying about your kids about all these things that could go wrong. But anytime it's like, I don't do fluffy. I love, there's some great fluffy romance writers. They're amazing at it, but I don't see fluffy for me. It's going to have something more to it, just because of my mindset and where my thoughts go when I'm in the middle of writing it. Just the way the characters take it just puts a dark little twist on it.
Yeah, see, I understand that. I have a harder time writing the fluffy, the shorter, fluffy romances as compared to something like my Beyond the Steps of Stone, which is like 300-400 pages with a lot of world building.
Nice.
Love of a Samurai is going to be the same way. There's a lot of world building to it. There's a lot of character building. So I understand where where you're coming from with, trying to write the fluffy romance as compared to writing something that you can kind of get your teeth in. You can sink your teeth into it, whether it's, a thriller type romance or a crime drama or a paranormal, you can get your teeth into it. It seems to be easier to write, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Yeah. I think it just flows better for me. Yeah.
Now, what is something readers might be surprised to learn about you?
I'm an awkward human.
You mentioned that earlier.
It's so true. I make people feel weird. It just, I see things, and if I'm in a nervous situation, then it can get a little weird. It can get a little awkward. I guess that would be the biggest thing is you're not going to have normal with me because I'm just weird.
No, name an author that's normal anyway, So
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
seriously, none of us
We have
are.
all these we have all these characters living in our head rent free, so we got to put them on
We
paper and make them
do,
pay.
yes. We'd be rich if they actually paid rent.
Uh-huh.
So is there anything else that you'd like to talk about before we wrap this up?
I think the blog, your Escape from Reality blog, I'm trying to showcase some authors on there that are really fun and creative and amazing. And we have quite a few on there now. I've got big plans for that, but I haven't had, like I said before, the mental energy to get things rolling. And I had someone helping me, and she got busy with her day job too. So we've both kind of we'll get back there and we'll get rolling and we'll get everything back on track. But I do giveaways on there once a month on the months that it's moving. But I think I'm going to have a section of time that it's going to be quiet and not being used during the stressful months of tax season. So I try to push myself too much, and this year I'm not doing that anymore. So
no, there's only so much we can do.
Well, exactly.
Well, go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, which I'm not on there very often, Instagram. I have Blogger, which the Blogger is now moved. You can find the blog, new link to the blog on Blogger, and the website, which is fallonraynes.com. And I have a Pursue Me Tree page, which is kind of a find me, follow me sort of thing, stalk me page. And that has all the links to everything. I have not been really active with social media the last few years just because things have been too busy to keep things up. But I do pop in from time to time. And once I get rolling, I will start posting some teasers and stuff for the Applicant when it gets closer. So, and of course, our Beasts project. So,
and
I'm
our
really
Beast
excited.
project. Yes. Same here. I am super excited for that one. All righty. Well, that's kind of where we're at. A half hour goes real fast. So, but
super fast.
So for those of you looking for, let's see, where is it? There it is. Hey. Since Dirk isn't here, I'll go ahead and do the promo for him. You can find Dirk Cooper at writeworks.dirkcooper.com, or you can find him at themusesfunhouse.com. You can find him on X at Dirk Cooper Plus, on Facebook at Dirk.Cooper, and you can also find him and all of his writings at asherlake.net. You can find me at Beth Ann Freely, BETHANNEFREELY.com. You can also find me at the usual haunts, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, at BA Freely, FREELY. You can find me on Facebook at Beth Ann Freely. And you can also find me at themusesfunhouse.com. And if you didn't catch any of it, just jump onto Linktree under BA Freely, and you can find me there as well. So before we go, I want to say that Dirk Cooper is offering author branding and social media management, and I'm offering editing and book trailer services through themusesfunhouse.com. And again, I would like to invite everyone to join and participate in the new Book Crew Facebook group. You can get updates about the show, insight from working authors, including Dirk and myself, panels, which could include Fallon here in the future. And we encourage you to post about your own book projects. Fallon, you better put stuff about the Applicant on that Facebook group.
You got it.
And if you're looking for it, it's facebook.com/group/Book Crew Podcast. Join and tell all of your author friends. And one last pitch, please go out and vote for Dirk Cooper, Best Erotic Writer at the asnawards.com. Let's give our missing compatriot here some love.
For sure.
And that's it for this episode. That's it for this episode of the Book Crew. I want to thank our guest, Fallon Raynes. I am Beth A. Freely, on behalf of Dirk Cooper, telling everybody to keep turning pages and maybe start writing your own. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.